Most people with pelvic floor issues think that Kegels are the main exercise they need to do to fix their problems. And while Kegels can be helpful, there's more that needs to be taken into consideration if you want to fix those pelvic floor issues long term. The pelvic floor needs to be able to do two main things. First, it needs to be able to move into a relatively descended position, or needs to lower if it's being represented by my hand here. This descended position is more so associated with the mechanics of inhalation. You see, when we inhale, our diaphragm drops, our pelvic floor drops, and this action should be synchronized together. This descension is more so associated with the mechanics of inhalation. Now, when we exhale, the opposite happens. The pelvic floor should ascend if it's being represented by my hand. The contents of the abdomen rise up, and the diaphragm moves into a relatively ascended position as well. The very common issue I see with people that have pelvic floor issues, like incontinence, is that their pelvic floor is stuck in a relatively descended position. It struggles to ascend because they have a lot of tightness of muscles on the backside of their pelvis and pelvic floor. When these muscles are chronically stiff and tight, they close off the backside of the pelvis and the pelvic floor, which brings that pelvic floor, as you can see, into that descended position. Being able to get the pelvic floor into a relatively ascended position is absolutely essential for proper force and pressure management throughout the entire pelvis, lower body, and also upper body. The exercise I'm about to show you and others like it can be a very powerful solution for those with pelvic floor issues, especially when combined with a good Kegel to get the changes and fill in the gaps of what a lot of these people are missing. To do this, lay on your side in a 90-90 position, meaning your knees and hips are bent at a 90-degree angle each, and you have a foam roller in between your mid to upper thighs. A pillow is very helpful underneath the head, so that way your neck can stay completely relaxed. First, what you want to do is make sure you have these 3 points of contact resting gently against the wall on both feet. Now do a full, nice, open mouth, relaxed jaw exhale for 5 to 10 seconds to feel your rib cage come down. But don't let your sternum depress too much. Your lower ribs should just gently come down. Now maintain those ribs down as you press the hip on the side you're laying on down into the ground. That's going to kind of reach this hip away from you, and it's going to create a little tunnel that a mouse could crawl underneath your side abs. You should feel these same bottom side abs engage, but your neck and low back are off. So check in with yourself to make sure that's the case. If they're not, reduce the amount of effort you're applying. Now at this point, all you feel is those 3 points of contact and that little tunnel right here, and your side abs are on. Now gently apply force into the wall with both feet, but especially that bottom foot through those 3 points of contact. Only apply as much pressure as you can to the point where you feel like your neck isn't going to turn on or your low back's not going to activate. For some people, this is a 2 out of 10, and that's totally okay. Now take slow, deep diaphragmatic breaths in this position, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, the question is, how much force can you apply while maintaining that tunnel, keeping your neck and low back off? As you get better and better at this, you can slowly start to add a squeeze on that foam roller, but I probably wouldn't go here right away. Give this a couple of days of practice before you add that squeeze, which will further help your pelvic floor get into an ascended position.